Hey, this is Ben from Trading Strategy Guides. I just wanted to share with you real quick our update to our CTI indicator. Just show you a little bit of the different settings we implemented and a couple other useful tools that we think is really going to be beneficial for you. Okay, so let's dive into those. Let's dive into those inputs. The first we want to look at is the back step. We have that set at 48. You can adjust that as you wish. That'll be 50. That's just talking about 48 bars back. As far as the take profit here goes, this is 500, which really is 50 pips. And as you know, the rabbit trail strategy goes for 50 pips. So that's what that is set at. It also has a stop loss of 20. We'll look at that a little bit further in the future here, but let's just keep going. The pivot points is keep that as true. I would not mess with that. I would just leave that as true. Also, the signals, there's numbers that will come up here, as you can see right there. That is also true. If you don't like seeing that, you turn them off. You can turn a lot of these features off, but the way we have it as default is pretty good, but you can always adjust as you wish. The channel number color, that's just a small little circle there. The take profit zone color is pale green, and we'll get in that a little bit, but you can change, again, you can change all these colors. These are just the defaults. The stop loss take profit zone, that is the solid background if you want that as true or false, either way. So here we go. There's three different parts to this. There's a current channel, there's a previous channel, and then there's a previous channel. And actually there is a manual drawing channel, which that's my favorite part of this new update. But we'll look at that last. First, we want to look at the current channel. The current channel is deep sky blue, as you can see here. This is our current channel. The previous channel, or let's just keep going with the current, that way we stay on point. You want to obviously enable that unless you don't want to see the current channel. If you just want to see a previous, you can keep that on. Solid background is false. You turn that on. It's a little, some people don't like to see that. You can turn that on. It'll just make this zone right here, that'll just make that colored. Some people would like that, some people don't. So here we go. Let's go to the previous channel. That will be, if we want to drag this back over here. Okay, well, I'll show you that in a bit, but basically there is a previous channel, and you can see it a little bit here. There's a previous channel, and then once a new channel forms, it'll show up here, and it'll keep that old channel. That could be beneficial. If not, if you don't like seeing that, you can just turn that off, put that on false. Leave this on as 3. If you want to adjust these settings, you can. The skip pivots, so that is placed at 3. The color of this channel is light gray. That is also, you can also put this as a colored background in the middle of the channel there, but we have that as false. The previous channel, this is not enabled as default, but that'll be the channel before the channel. You can put that on if you'd like. As we thought there's a lot of different traders out there, and some people might want to see 3 channels back, so we added that feature in as well, and that is a default color of pink, and that color actually will be a solid color, so that actually you'll see that all the way in the back if you turn that on, but again, that is off as default. Now we want to take a look at the manual drawing tool. One of the best features so far that I've found with our indicator. This is something that we wanted to implement, and so we worked with our developer really hard, and he ended up getting us something really nice here. So that is a default color of dark blue, and there is no solid background. I recommend keeping that off. You can turn it on, but it's a little rough. You'll see if we turn it on, the color, it'll make the channel really dark, and it kind of messes with the colors a little bit. So we like that as off. But hey, if you like dark colored channels, by all means turn that thing on. And then also alerts. It'll alert you when the channel is broken out, which will look something like this. CTI pound dollar on the 4-hour chart, the bottom line of the manual. Bottom line of the manual channel. So it'll tell you what channel. So if you added a manual channel, it'll tell you if it broke. If you just left it alone, didn't add a channel, it's going to tell you that also. And then we also got a big 3 alert there as well. But so that's basically the gist of all of these settings. We might change them a little bit, we might tweak them. If you have any other suggestions that we can add into this, any other colors or any other thing you think make this a little bit better, please make sure you let us know. You can email us at info@tradingstrategyguides.com. But let's just go ahead and take a look real quick at the actual indicator on a chart. Okay, so let's X that out of this. So basically what it does, let's go take a look at that channel that I talked about. So this right here is the previous channel, and you can see there that it did break out, and this actually was a winner. So this would have been your entry. Let's go ahead and zoom up here a little bit. So this right here would have been your entry. Came down, pulled back, shot up, and that would have been your exit. And as you can see there, it's up to 50. That thing shot up real high there. It was a big movement there. But that's kind of how it just shows you that previous channel. Then the indicator did not sense any kind of channel going on here until it got up here, and it came down and it broke up. So then it made us our channel here. Made us our channel. This is on our chart, so this is actually a really super wide channel. And this is why we added the manual function, because if you look at this and you say, well, that's not really quite the channel I was looking for, blah, I don't really care for this. If you wanted the channel here, if you wanted a channel, there, well, here's where my favorite feature comes in. You can draw it. You can draw your own channel then. You click on the little button up here, it says draw channel, and you'll see these dark lines come up. Now you can just go ahead and just move that around, and you can adjust it to wherever you wish, and you can see as you adjust it, different entries will trigger with that 50-20 take profit with stop loss. So as you can see here, as we move this, there's different trades that trigger. These would have been losses, but this isn't really a decent channel. This is just an example that I'm showing you here. So say you wanted a channel. Let's go to that little channel there. You would have had a break here. And that would have been a big pullback, but it did go up. So depending on where you would have had your channel there, it would have been, this one would have been a winner here. But this is why this is so powerful, because you can adjust this to wherever you want. So even if you don't think that our default channel lines are any good, and they are actually, but they are very good. But if you don't think they are, you can just add your own manual channel into that, and that feature alone just makes this whole thing just incredibly worth it. And it was definitely worth the wait for this upgrade. And we think you're really gonna enjoy this upgrade. But anyway, let's get back on point. If you say you're done with this channel and you just want to go back to the regular signals, simply right-click that and just delete that channel, and then you're good to go. Everything deletes, and now you're back to the normal default indicator. And it looks like right now we have a channel break down to the downside, but depending on I would wait here for a little bit of a pullback, and then make your entry maybe when it hits this line here, but hey, that's just me. The very nice thing about this is these alerts. So this actually would have been, that's not the alert for this one, but this would have had an alert shot out. I might have missed it. I might have missed this alert. What is this, a 1 hour? Yeah, this is a 1 hour chart. So this would have been, but it would have looked something like, just like this, if this isn't it. And hit the bottom line, channel number 1 broke. So it'll tell you when so as soon as this breaks, this will come up and it'll give you the arrow, it'll give you the alert, it'll tell you to sell, it'll tell you to buy. You don't have to listen to it, but it's going to help you out in the long run. You can always set your alerts to just run in the background, and say you do something else and you see that alert shoot up, and boom, you can make the trade based on that call. But yeah, that is some of the features. Let's actually change this. So the strategy goes for 50, the 50 pip mark. But if you don't like that, and again, if you don't like that at all, you can even take these away. You can you can just take them out if you don't want to see these stop loss, take profit, if you don't think then the signals are any good. But I don't see why you would do that. But if that's the case, that's what you need to be successful, then that's what you need to do. Say you're a scalper and you never went for 50. You never in your life, in your trading career. That's fine. Take that away and we'll go 15. And then you can do maybe a 15 and 15 stop loss. If you have a 1-to-1 strategy, then and this is actually on the 1 hour, but you can see what happened there is this is the risk and this is the reward. And you can even change that color. Say you don't think this default is a little bit dark enough for you. Let's make that real red. And that's super red. But anyway, so this will be the stop loss zone and this will be the take profit zone. So right now we're about halfway up to the stop loss. If we would have went for 15 to 15 with this, say we trade a 1 hour, but we want to go to 15 for 15 pips, and that's fine. If that's implemented into your strategy, then that's perfectly fine if you're trading with it successful. But this rabbit trail strategy does go for 50 every single time, which does result in some losers here and there. It's not a 90% or even not even an 80%. But if you risk it correctly, if you risk your risk reward is correctly, you're going to be able to make a lot of money with this indicator. So I hope this helped you out understand a little bit more about the CTI. If you have any issues at all with this current version, we're always welcome for some feedback. I know we got a lot of feedback as to why, and that is this was one of the main features that was asked, was the draw channel. So that's why we really wanted to make sure we add that in as well. But if you think there's anything else that we could make to make this indicator better than it currently is now, please let us know, and we'll make sure it happens. If it doesn't, we'll put that. We have we call it a wish list for our indicators, so we'll add that to our wish list, and maybe that can be one of our next updates for it. So, all right, guys. Again, this is Ben from Trading Strategy Guides. This is just letting you know the different new features for the CTI indicator. And any questions for us, you can jump into the members area. You can chat with us if one of our representatives are available at that time. If not, you can leave us a message, or you can just simply email us at info@Trading Strategy Guides. And I myself, I'll get back with you, or one of our other support agents will. We're ready and willing to help you guys. We want to make these indicators work extremely well for you, and so that you can be a consistent, profitable trader. So, okay, thank you very much, and we will talk to you later. Bye.